Okay, class, today is day 2 of the playground parts, and you're going to be designing a climbing wall. So just like before, to start the program, we're going to hit the word part. And again, sometimes Inventor takes a while to load. It's a pretty big program, so let it do its thing. Don't keep clicking on it, otherwise it makes it slower. We're going to start 2D sketch, and then click on our XY plane. From here, we now have our drawing tools available. And since you're drawing the playground climbing wall, and if you look at that design in your blueprints, you're going to start by using your line tool. This is the best tool to use for this. And you're going to draw the basic shape of the climbing wall, which kind of looks like a blocked letter U. So I'm going to click once here on the screen, come straight down, draw a straight line. From that, go straight across, again making sure the line is straight. Come back up vertically. You want to make sure you go to the same height as your other line. So you see there's a dotted line that pops up when you have reached the same height. I'm going to go ahead and click there. Come in a little bit. Again, all these lines must be straight. Come straight down, go over, come back up to the same height, and then over to the left line again where you started. You can right click and hit OK. There you have the basic shape of the climbing wall. Yes, it's a little different, but we're going to give dimensions now to make it all even out. So in order to make this shape the way you need to do, we hit the word dimension. And if you look at your blueprints, this long line on the climbing wall, we need to click that line and make that 123. And again, it blows up out of the screen, so we want to hit our cube and hit the word front. The bottom line needs to be 72 inches. And sometimes this will distort this picture. Do not worry, because if you keep following the steps that I have, it will all work out. This top line here, we're going to make 18, and then this bottom line, 36. That drawing is also on the board with dimensions, so you can always look to the whiteboard to check. The final dimension is this line here that goes up half of the vertical. We're going to make that 27. And there we have the basic shape, and it's equal. I'm going to go ahead and hit Finish Sketch, and then hit my little house here in the corner. We need this to pop out. So if you remember, the command was extrude, and we need this climbing wall to pop out 3 inches. And there we have our wall. But if you look at your blueprints, we also see that there are some holes on that wall. So we need to be able to make holes so kids can climb up it. So what we need to do is actually we need to go back to our 2D sketch. So click that, and then click the front of our climbing wall. This allows us to draw any features we want to add. So in this case, since we're making a hole, most of you choose the circle tool, but that's not right. What we want to do is choose the point tool. So we choose point, and then you can just place a series of points on the climbing wall. It doesn't have to be a certain number. Just put them in a place or a way where the kids can climb up the wall. And once you have the number of points made, you can then hit Finish Sketch. Now that we have those points made, we have a feature up here called Hole. When we click on that, you will see that all the points get highlighted. This means that now we can put a hole at those places where we put a point. A couple things to pay attention to right here, the termination. You want to make sure it says distance. We don't want to put a hole the whole way through a climbing wall, because that would be not safe for kids who are climbing, to put their hand through a hole and then possibly slip and fall. The numbers now, how far do we go in? On your blueprints it says 0.25, so that's the top number, and the bottom number is 1.75. You can see that the holes get placed on there, and we hit OK. There, now you have holes placed on your climbing wall. We're going to go up to the word File, Save As, and again, my playground set keeps opening up because I designed that for myself. You can do the same. I can show you how. You're going to call this Climbing Wall, and then save it. Again, I already have this done, so I'm just going to hit Cancel since I've already completed that. Once you're done with that, you can hit the little X in the corner and then start your new part.